tells a tale the whole city knows. Rhythms in the shadows where the cold wind blows. Life's a gamble on these streets, anything goes. Boom bap echoes through the alleys at night. Soulful samples lift the darkness to light. Beat kicks pound like a heartbeat fight. These gritty vibes keep my
agreement, right? So your
Uh,
payment details must be mentioned there.
Hello.
Yes, Kaushik.
Yeah, I was under the impression that every work, be it CAD or the coding work, it is freelance. So the CAD work is not freelance, so it's fixed.
The CAD work is fixed, yes. So the CAD work is not freelance. I think but the requirement is slightly different. But since we wanted an assessment, and the submission process remains the same, but the work is not freelance. The work is comes with a fixed pay, and I think fixed targets also. Uh, you would have to go through your agreement once, and I think more details will be there. Uh, so yeah, so there isn't an individual pay for these tasks, but on the flip side, there is a regular payout cycle for CAT specialists because it's a full-time role.
So that means it's a full-time work. So it will conflict if I'm employed somewhere else also.
Uh,
Uh,
I think so because since it's a full-time role, I
yeah,
am
then
not
it will
aware
be
of.
kind of moonlighting. It will be kind of a moonlighting.
So
Okay.
if you pick up other say freelance assignments alongside this, there shouldn't be a problem. You would have to read your agreement to for the finer details. But if you are doing something entirely different in a different industry, or if you are freelancing somewhere, ideally it doesn't create a I mean in most cases it doesn't create a problem unless you are say working directly with a competitor with the same set of skills. If that is not the case, then there shouldn't be a problem. There are,
Okay.
yeah.
So I haven't received any communication regarding the full-time opportunity. So right now I should wait or like perform the tasks that are appearing.
Okay, so you what
I
was
think
written in your agreement? Did you go through your agreement, all the
that's
what were
like
the
two
terms of
hours ago. I just completed the agreement. I think when you have to submit the bank details.
yeah.
I think I read through it, but I didn't see any. It was mentioned that it is not an employer-employee relation. It is fully freelance. But yeah, I
Okay.
think I read that.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's this is quite different from what I was told. So, but if you could shoot us an email, I think it'll help everyone because there'll be a written documentation of this communication, and if there is a confusion, then also it'll be documented in a written form, which will help us also avoid. If this is a genuine goof up, then it'll help us avoid it. If this is something that I was unaware of somehow, then I'll also get to know about it in a better way. So if you could just shoot us a mail at sroth@softage.ai, that will be really helpful. And I think it'll help you out as well, figuring out how to go about and what are
Yeah.
the concerns. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Sure. Thanks.
sure. Okay. Thank you, Kaushik. And really sorry about the confusion. This is clearly not something that has to happen and not this way, but we'll work this out.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Uh, all right. Shreya, so you have to attempt for your assessment 3 tasks in 3 different tools. Uh,
Angan,
yes.
yeah,
Uh,
sorry to interrupt.
Sunanda, yes, you if you could just write your question in the chat box.
All right.
Yep. Thank you. Uh, Ashutosh is asking. Okay, so Ashutosh, you don't have to submit the task separately. When you perform a task, it gets recorded immediately. So if once again, if you would read our guidelines, our FAQs, or if you attended the meeting from beginning, so the recording agent automatically, when you choose to submit through the recording agent, it automatically takes the file. Takes so again, the concern is not the output of your file as much as it is the process of you performing the task. And that process is captured by the recording agent when you perform the task. And after you perform the task and submit it, the recording agent automatically takes it uh, from your device to our cloud. So the information is stored there. So you don't need to worry about submitting a reply to a no reply mail or something like that. So I hope that helps you understand this process. And uh, I would just again request all users to go through our guidelines and FAQs after the call ends so that there is more clarity about the work process as well as the uh, objectives. Thank you. Rahul, yes, there have been multiple users who have cashed out against 10K or more as the balance amount. And it'll it may take you some time. So again, if you want a detailed review of your rejections, please just send your TIDs to our email line, which is sroth@softage.ai, and please write your TIDs there. We'll try and help you understand why exactly your videos were rejected, what were the reasons behind those rejections, and that may help you prevent those kind of rejections in the future. Okay. Shreya is saying, okay, Shreya, so might be that the site is down for now, or there might be a maintenance issue. Yeah, so it's actually not downloading for me as well. Okay, it did start downloading after a few seconds. So maybe just give it time, a bit of time. Maybe also log out and log in. But I must say that the download right now is happening at a very slow pace. So maybe just try again in an hour or so, and the download should go through. Sunanda is saying unable to see any tools assigned. So have you selected your project and OS, Sunanda? You can unmute
Yes,
yourself now. Yes.
yes, Amran. I've selected my project and OS as well, but I
Okay.
can't
And
see any tools.
okay, could you just share your screen and show this to us once?
Yeah.
Till then, yeah, Satyam, the threshold for Indian users is 10,000 Indian rupees. That's the minimum threshold against which you can initiate a payout. Okay. Okay. So, yes, please select your project.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, no, no,
now
this happens. This happens sometimes. It's totally okay. Just like after you select the OS, give it some time, and always, even though the OS choice always appears, but always select the project first, then the OS, and then a tool. And if this list is slightly long, so what I would suggest is look for your preferred tool by using like search for your preferred tool, and it should appear. If it doesn't appear, then search for your second or third most preferred tool. And one more suggestion to all test users: try to, unless you are appearing for the CAD specialist role, try to pick up one of the more simpler tools, which because this is just an assessment, it will not have a lot of bearing on your profile. So, and you are free to choose any tool once you are onboarded. So for now, for the test assessment, I this is just advice from my side. Try to pick up a simpler tool so that you understand the task easily, and there's also not a lot of say back and forth going around. Yeah. Okay, Jitesh, so rejected links means all the videos that have been rejected so far. Billable and total links are billable links is the amount of time, again, the amount of time, the cumulative amount of time of your approved tasks. So those tasks are billable tasks. Those tasks are already eligible for payment. So whenever you reach the threshold amount, these tasks will be counted. Uh, if total lengths and billable lengths has a difference, and if that is also not accounted for, that difference is also not accounted for in the rejected lengths column, then that means those tasks are yet to be audited. So after you subtract uh, your billable length as well as rejected lengths from your total lengths, whatever the remainder is, those tasks are yet to be audited. Once they are audited, that time will either go to your billable lengths if the task is approved, or to rejected lengths if the task is rejected. I hope that's clear. Okay, Satyam, it's three attempts overall. So for the assessment, it's you can attempt three tasks overall for one attempt, and then again, if you are rejected, you can attempt three more tools or three more tasks at another attempt. So it's overall, not per tool. In fact, every tool has the same task repeated in a loop. So it's advised that you have just one task per tool. Debarshi, it should be okay. It shouldn't be a problem. But I would again suggest that why take a chance or take a risk for something like this. So, but it can be open. I do not think right now it's an issue. Okay, so Sunanda, so as per our guidelines, all the files that are required for the tasks, they have to be created or arranged for by the user themselves. So you can create any table, you can have any, so if the task doesn't mention a file name, then when you start the task, just any table is fine. So any table you have pre-existing is fine. If there is a file name, then you'll have to create, you have to ensure that that file exists on your system under the same name, same file extension, and same file location as has been asked in your prompt. So this much arrangement you have to do. Now, another thing is another thing here is that you will also you can use templates, you can use publicly available data sets, any other sort of public resources that one can find online, or just templates or old files which are no longer of any use to you. These can be reused, repurposed for these tasks. So it's not, we are not very anal about the quality of those files, but the basic content markers that are mentioned in the prompt. And apart from that, the file name, file location, file extension should match with the prompt, because otherwise the task won't make sense. Bharat, so if you've just got your login details, I would suggest that you try and attend this meeting either tomorrow or any upcoming day in the forthcoming week. So we hold this meeting every day from 3 to uh, 4:35ish, and right now we are close to the closing time, so I wouldn't be able to go through all the details again. It takes a good 30-35 minutes to go through the initial details. So what I would suggest is, please read our guidelines, please read our FAQs, and after that, if you have even more doubts, if you can come back uh, on time for this call either tomorrow or any other day of the upcoming week. All right. Are there any users who have any more questions? Did I miss anyone's question by any chance? Let me just go through.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, Bala, you didn't post your question or the fact that you had a question in the chat box, did you?
Yeah, I am not typing. Okay.
Yeah,
But
so
can I? Yeah,
I'll take your question this time, but please, if everyone else has been following something, please try to follow that. There's a reason why this is being done, so that I can accommodate everyone who comes in this call. I can take questions in a serial manner without any chaos being created, and so that a single order can be followed. So even if you didn't want to post your entire question, which everyone did, by the way, you could have just mentioned that you have a question, and I would have come to you it was your, when I would have come across that comment. But you and I repeatedly said that I'm not entertaining raised hands, and even after that you decided to not write it. But it's okay, you may have missed it this time, so it's fine. But
Okay, sure.
yes, please let me
Sure.
know what the question is.
Mm,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. Actually, I submitted the task and I getting rejected like PII, personal
Correct.
information,
Hmm.
like that. So before I submitted the same task before 17 or like July 17 or 18, in that time the task will be accepted. But after submitting 17 and 18, I doing tasks and you auditing 23 or 22nd. In that time, the task will be rejected. So I send email also. Wait, can I share my screen?
Yes, you can share your screen, but what I understand is you didn't get PII rejections earlier, and now you got PII rejections, right? So
Yeah,
this
yeah, 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 yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So this would mean that sometime between those two timelines, there was a policy update internally, and all other users, I think your issue. Could you tell me what was the reason for those PII rejections?
Yeah, peer rejection is like phone number.
Hmm.
Actually,
Yes.
phone.
So all videos after that point have been rejected. All users have also been conveyed about those rejections. The thing is, uh, the phone numbers that there are in those prompts, so those prompts were created much earlier, and the PII regulations. Uh, while we were constantly looking to see that there is no actual data that comes across, the issue with phone numbers becomes, particularly phone numbers, is that they've been randomly generated, and sometimes those random generations might end up being someone's actual phone number, which is why beyond a point we had to reject those. But the issue then again is it's it's very difficult to find all of those prompts and edit the phone numbers by themselves. So what we've done, and this has happened to all users, yours is not a exception, is that a few of their recordings uh, after a cutoff date, they have been rejected due to PII violations. They've asked what the reason was, and we conveyed to them that this is a phone number issue. We understand that we gave this phone number, but going forward, we are only accepting generic looking phone numbers and phone numbers in one of two or three forms, nothing else. And this is why videos after a certain cutoff date have been rejected. We will not be able to accept them because, again, if we accept them, in the off chance that this is someone's actual phone number, that phone number does end up going into the uh, system. That phone number does end up going into the training data, and once it goes there and it the data, this is a data that is being made to uh, supply to clients, right? So if it once that data gets approved, and in the future when that data changes hands, if by chance it's the real data of a real person, that misuse, there is no way of stopping that misuse, which is why all videos containing phone numbers beyond a date have been rejected. And this is not a unique case, there have been other cases also. The simple thing which a user has been advised to do, as with all other cases of a prompt being inexecutable, is that please just write to us with the specific task ID for upcoming tasks, and in there we will go ahead and manually change the phone number. We'll update the phone number to a generic looking phone number.
But according to guidelines only I follow na. Before I submitting task like 16th or 17th or 18th dates, I'm done so many tasks in like phone numbers. So yeah, that is
Yes,
not my problem. I am follow the according to your guidelines and previously I accepted the one of the task also. So I'm think okay, this is correct way. Okay, I'm submitting all tasks like phone numbers.
yes. So I'm saying that we did accept some of these tasks in the past, but after beyond a cutoff date, we've been rejecting these tasks, and this we've been rejecting for all users. and we wouldn't be able to make an exception now. Tasks which are already accepted before the policy was updated, we'll not go back and reject them. But once the policy has been updated, once a system has been arrived at, we will not be able to accept tasks beyond that date. And this is why those tasks are being rejected.
When will you updated the policy?
This is updated. So right now it's also present in the guidelines. This is
Yeah, yeah.
wait
Just
for, yeah,
today, also, I think today I got this point in the guidelines.
yes.
Yesterday and the day of yesterday, I did not see that points. But
But
I'm
this
done
was
in the
conveyed
task
to your
1 week
email.
back, right? I'm done
Yeah,
in the task 1 week, 1 week back, 1 week back. But you auditing yesterday or day of yesterday, so that is not my problem, right? I'm follow the according to your guidelines and what you said. I'm just follow that. So
yes, but this has been in place for quite a while. This is not a change in within a week. This has been in the works for quite a while. There are people who have had their videos rejected for this exact same reason in June. I think even in May, in June, definitely, in early July as well, and they have been given the same explanation, and they've understood the explanation. You may have been following the guidelines, which is fine. We admit that it's not primarily your mistake. You copied what was there in the prompt, which is what a user is expected to do. But unfortunately, this has been a policy and this has been in place for quite some time. So we wouldn't be able to make an exception for you now.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
Thank
but
you.
but I'm doing so many tasks. So this is not correct, right? I'm doing so many tasks. I think 20 to 30 tasks. They have phone numbers. So almost I lost so many
Unfortunately,
tasks.
yes, unfortunately, that's what is going to happen, and we are really sorry for that. We do understand that it's a loss of time on your part as well, since you were not aware of this earlier, and we do apologize for that. Again, I would want you to understand that this is we do stay in the lookout for accepting as many tasks as possible, but there are a certain things, there are a few things which have to be a hard no, and unfortunately this is one of those situations. uh, these tasks eventually will get cycled back into the system. uh, Whenever that happens, if you come across these kind of tasks again, please just let us know about the TID of those tasks, and we will uh, singularly keep editing all of those tasks as and when they are reported.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Really
Okay.
sorry about that. Do you have any other questions, Bala?
No. What is the legacy time? I don't know. The reason of rejection legacy recording means. Mm,
Okay, so you are asking about the Project Arrow legacy.
no, 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 no. Task rejection. We get the legacy recording.
I didn't get your question. What do you mean by a legacy recording?
Wait, wait. I will check.
Yeah.
Um,
While you share your screen or while you gather that, let me answer some more questions here.
latency.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
latency recording.
Okay. Latency is this means that uh, the amount of time in which the user was inactive exceeds the desirable amount. So if you are typing something, there has been, say, between any two things that you are performing, there has been a gap of more than 4 to 5 seconds, or overall, there's a inherent slowness or inactivity in your videos, then that is latency. So that those have to be rejected because we cannot teach any hypothetical model that they should work slowly or they should work with this much of indecision and inactivity. We want recordings which are efficient, which are where the tasks performed are performed in a crisp manner. We understand not everyone has the same typing or navigating speed, but this is why videos are rejected under latency. If it's inordinately draggy, the video, then they have to be rejected under latency. All right, coming back to the chat box, Sunanda. Okay, so Sunanda, if you can't perform all tasks right now, you can take maybe a day or two. So the thing is, uh, up to three tasks are counted as one attempt. If you perform just one task, that will also be counted as one attempt. If you manage to qualify with just that one task, it is recommended that users try three for one single attempt so that if they are rejected, if their videos are audited and rejected, then they have two more videos to depend on. Now, if you submit only one and that gets accepted, that gets audited and accepted, then you will be onboarded against just that one video, which is also fine, which is how things can be. So that there is no like inherent timeline. Maybe within a day at three different points of time during the day, you can perform three different tasks. Maybe you can perform them across 2 to 3 days. And in between that, if you are onboarded for any one of those videos, if they are accepted, you will be onboarded. Then you don't need to worry about the second task or the third task. So that's how it goes. Uh, Okay, so Satyam, so basically, if you get selected for one project, this project was supposed to go on for a while. If there is a change in the project, you may have to reappear for that. For example, we have a different project for CAD specialists, and a lot of people who originally were onboarded for the general freelance project Arrow. When they had to appear for the CAD specialist role, they appeared for a test separately. So if the project framework remains the same, then you may not have to appear for an assessment. If the framework and the work profile changes, then of course you'll have to appear for another test.
Okay. Pardon. Like, can I share my screen? I have one doubt regarding this. Like, I have
Sure,
one doubt.
sure.
So, is my screen visible?
Yes,
Yeah. So actually, first of all, I've selected here test arrow and I've selected the OS here. Now, for tool, suppose I went for the like Jupyter.
correct.
Okay. And like for the feature, I selected default. It is a default thing.
Mhm.
Wait 1 second. Yes. And for data type, it is supervised. Okay.
Right.
So now here the like the prompt can write and execute a Python notebook for a custom analysis for in Jupyter. So I have to
Yes.
open Jupyter in my the desktop and I have to perform that.
Hmm. Correct.
Like I have to open my Jupyter notebook here and I have to
Yeah.
perform that.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay, got it.
That's
That's
what
what
you
my
have.
and for that I have to for that I have to open my SROT recording that and recording and I have to
Yes.
perform that.
Copy the task ID, paste it there, start record. Once you start record, then you perform the task by opening Jupyter and performing whatever has been
And
asked
one
of you.
more and one more thing is like is there any limited time, like is there any time restriction for doing a particular one task, or like is it like for how many time I can do?
There is no time restriction. You are just expected to not create inordinate delays. You are expected to perform them efficiently, which means that if you have to finish your task in one go, and however many steps you don't create extra steps for yourself. You don't try to extend your recording time by typing something incorrectly, then erasing it, then typing something again. So those kind of things you have to avoid, but there is no inherent time limit. There is no like set time limit for a task, but it has to be performed efficiently. It has to be performed crisply and correctly.
Okay, suppose like this project is going on, and suppose like this project is got over, so I have to reappear for some another tool that I have to reappear on another exam also. Like,
No, 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 no. So this is the onboarding for Project Arrow. So if you clear test Arrow, if you perform in any three tools, then you will be onboarded to Arrow. Under Arrow, you are free to perform tasks on any tool. You don't have to appear for any other test. But if you say there is the mechanical engineer role that has also appeared, for that, if you want to appear, you'll have to appear for that separately.
okay,
And
look, suppose
then
I
this
have get this exam,
structure,
so I can do any task whatever in the like if I got selected, so I can do any task whatever is present in these rows. Like suppose I have
yes,
selected Jupyter, so
yes,
whatever the rows are, I can do on any tool.
yes, and you can select any other tool apart from Jupyter as well. So you have to select Arrow and your OS. Even only your project will be Arrow, that you cannot change, but anything else you can decide on yourself. If you are by chance working on a Mac OS device for some time, then you can also select Mac OS for that time, perform your task on Mac OS on whichever tool you want, and then yeah.
Okay, one last question. Like, suppose I have, so for it is mandatory to use a Jupyter notebook, or I can do in the VS Code. Like in VS Code, I can make a like some Jupyter kernel there, and I can work on that. So is it
No,
mandatory to?
you will have to use, so you will have to use the tool which is written. So
Okay.
if you are using Jupyter Notebook, perform on Jupyter. If you are using similarly, if you have to perform on PyCharm, you cannot perform on Google Colab, even though the
Yeah.
same thing can be performed. If
Suppose
you
it's
have to
like
perform
here
on Excel,
Python like ID is there, so I can use PyCharm here. So
no, no, no. If Python ID is there, then you'll have to
bring
use
Python. So
Excel.
it is bring Python ID. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So whichever tool, so you cannot perform basically Sheets, Google Sheets and Excel are essentially they have the same function, right? But if you select Google Sheets, then perform the task on Google Sheets, not on Excel.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it, got it, got it.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Satyam.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So Sunanda, the context is basically how the recording should look like on the first frame. That is the first couple of seconds. So this basically, we've actually discontinued contexts in our live project, which is Arrow, because this was creating a lot of confusion. But basically, this just tells you how your screen is supposed to look when you start performing your task, and then you can once you start record, then you can go ahead and perform your task. So if it says Finder is open on entire screen with document folder, Finder is an Apple specific app. So if you are working on Windows, then you can ignore the context. In any other case also, if the context is not executable by the user, they can ignore it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Shreya, you have to give your correct phone number and the address you are currently in. And that address has to match whatever ID you submit after you are onboarded. So when you are onboarded, you will have to submit your ID, you will have to submit other details. So make sure all the things match correctly with those documentations. Mohammed, again, there is no ideal duration for a video recording. Most videos, if you are performing on a basic tool, most tasks do not take more than 2 minutes, usually much lesser. So that's all I can say. For the process, I'll have to ask you to come back either tomorrow or any upcoming day of the next week, because any day of the upcoming week, because we are at the end of this call right now. We've already exceeded time today, so just try and come back either tomorrow or next week, or just go through our guidelines and FAQs. A lot of details are just there. That will help you out overall. Uh, yeah, Imran is not here. This is not a cybersecurity training. And Satyam, this is your basically pay per task. Pay. pay rate of every tool, the hourly rate for every tool. So once you get onboarded, the hourly rate for those tools remains same. And for every task, the tentative value is calculated based on that hourly rate and how much time you perform the task for. Okay. All right. Do we have any more questions? I guess not. All right. Thank you for attending the call and thank you for staying till the end. And please do read our updated guidelines. They have been posted earlier during the day on the website. So just download and read them to understand rejection criteria, if not any.